Almost every modern application needs to store and manage the data. For example, social media platforms, e-commerce websites, banking systems, and many other applications rely heavily on databases. To understand this better, let's take a simple example. Suppose you want to sell your used mobile phone. Today, many people use Facebook Market to sell their products. If you want to sell your phone, what do you normally do? First, you take some pictures of the phone, then you add product details such as model, price, condition, and description and upload it to the Facebook Marketplace. Later, when another person opens Facebook Marketplace and searches for a used phone, your phone details will appear in their feed. So what is actually happening behind the scenes? When you upload your mobile phone details, Facebook Marketplace stores that information in the database. When another person searches for a phone, Facebook Marketplace retrieves the data from the database and displays it to the user. So in simple terms, the application is constantly sending the data to the database and retrieving the data from the database. Now the question is, how does a Java application communicate with the database? That is exactly where JDBC comes into picture. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. JDBC provides a standard way for Java applications to interact with databases. In this video, we will understand what JDBC is and how the JDBC architecture works. This is the JDBC architecture diagram. From this diagram, we will understand the different components involved in the JDBC architecture. Let us start with the first component, which is the Java application. The Java application can be a standalone Java program or a web application. This application needs to store and retrieve the data from the database. However, Java cannot directly communicate with the database. That is where JDBC comes into picture, which provides a standard way for Java applications to interact with databases. Now let's move to the next component in the architecture, which is the JDBC API. The Java application interacts with the database using the JDBC API. The JDBC API is a set of interfaces and classes provided by Java that allow a Java program to work with databases. These APIs are mainly available in the java.sql package. Some of the most commonly used interfaces in JDBC API are connection, statement, prepared statement, and result set. These interfaces allow the Java application to send SQL queries and receive results from databases. However, the JDBC API only defines the method. It does not know how to communicate with a specific database. The implementation will be provided by the database drivers. Another important component in JDBC architecture is the driver manager. The driver manager is responsible for managing all the available JDBC drivers in the application. When a Java application wants to connect to a database, it requests a connection using the getConnection method of DriverManager class. Then the driver manager checks the JDBC URL, finds the appropriate driver such as Oracle, MySQL, or PostgreSQL based on the URL provided. Use the driver to establish a database connection. After the connection is established, the driver manager's role is mostly finished and the JDBC driver handles the communication between the Java application and the database. Now let's understand the next component in the architecture, which is actually performs this communication, is JDBC driver. The JDBC driver is database specific. Each database vendor provides its own JDBC driver that implements the JDBC API, so that Java applications can communicate with that specific database. MySQL provides MySQL connector driver, Oracle provides Oracle thin driver, PostgreSQL provides PostgreSQL driver. The responsibilities of a JDBC driver are translate JDBC API calls into database specific protocols, communicate with the database server, send SQL queries, receive results from the database, convert them into Java objects like result set. Finally, the database processes the SQL query, retrieves or updates the data, send the result back to the JDBC driver. The driver then returns the result to the Java application. Now we will try to understand the flow of JDBC using a simple example code. In this example, we will establish a connection and execute a query. In the first line of code, the Java application is using the connection interface and DriverManager class from JDBC API. The DriverManager uses the getConnection method to establish a connection with the database by loading the appropriate JDBC driver based on the JDBC URL. In the second line of the code, we create a prepared statement object and write a SQL query to select all the records from the users table. In the third line of code, the execute query method sends the SQL query to the database through the JDBC driver. The JDBC driver converts the JDBC API call into a database specific protocol and executes the query in the database. The database processes the query and returns the result. Finally, the JDBC driver converts the database records into a result set object, which can be processed by a Java application.